Recorded live from the John Placino studios out of High Tech High School, Secaucus, New Jersey. It's the Laser Show on WIT Podcasting. Call in and join the conversation at 201-589-0321. I'm your announcer and your host, Davin Abraham. Today is December 20th. And on that very day, 27 years ago, one of the most iconic and influential horror movies came out that day. That movie is Scream. And to celebrate that day, ladies and gentlemen, I have brought a very scary guest with me. I present to you Ghostface. Let's give a round of applause for Ghostface, everybody. Woo! So Ghostface, how you feeling today?
Oh man, I feel great. I feel great.
It has been 27 years. 27 years. How do you feel about that?
Wow. 27 years. That's like what, 2 decades, almost 3 decades. I'm feeling old. I'm feeling definitely rusty. Making me really nostalgic today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what else is there to say, man? 27 years.
I know.
Crazy.
Congrats also.
Thank you.
Now, in the first movie, Scream, right? 1996, you're iconic for calling people on the phone and asking them what their favorite scary movie is.
Mm-hmm.
My question to you, Ghostface, is what is your favorite scary movie?
My favorite scary movie. That's obvious. It's myself. I'm my own favorite scary movie. Obviously, bro. Like, come on.
I see that.
Yeah, bro.
And another question I wanted to ask is, what kind of shoes does Ghostface wear when he's chasing his victims?
Bro.
Can we know? You're wearing boots in the movie, but I was just curious, what do you wear now?
Brand new Adidas, you already know. Got the new Adidas. So Ghostface is definitely following the fashion trends. The Adidas is the new fad. No.
Are you sponsored by them?
Not yet.
Okay. Now, one thing I wanted to quickly ask is, initially, the Scream movie was supposed to be called Scary Movie, but during post-production, it was changed to Scream. What did you like better for the title of the film, Scream or Scary Movie?
Yeah, well, I feel like Scary Movie is just too generic. Obviously, it's going to be a scary movie. So just like it's like calling a comedy funny movie. Like, come on, man. Like, come on. Obviously, it's funny, bro.
I see what you mean.
So I think Scream was definitely more original, more unique.
Okay.
For sure.
Now, did you think this franchise was going to be successful, or were you just like, I'm just picking up a paycheck?
Honestly, I thought it was just one of those picking up paychecks. I didn't expect anything else. The money was low. The bills, bro. The bills. I had to pay them bills somehow. So obviously, I took the gig. I tried my best, and like here we are, man. Definitely become a cult classic for sure.
Okay. Now, why do you think the Scream movies were so successful?
Bro, so successful. I mean, like, for starters, it's very unique. You got such a unique character like myself. I played my role. I tried to do it right, and obviously, it paid off. Just I guess very relatable too, because it takes place in like what was it like?
Woodsboro.
Woodsboro, right? So like it's I don't know, maybe more relatable for some people, like in I don't know, in high school or whatever. So maybe people were to watch that. I don't know, but I definitely feel like it was unique, it was original, and it was a good movie for sure.
Okay. And what were your first thoughts about the idea of this horror movie being meta and kind of talking to the audience?
No, yeah, I feel like it added into the into like the spookiness, the feel of like that like scary feel that I was talking about, the horror feel, because the audience was like, whoa, like this man's talking to me now, like what's going on here? So it kind of brought them more involved into the film too, and felt more you know scary because of that meta-ness, So yeah, no, I think that just brought more layers of horror into it.
Okay. Now, your costume is iconic, I would say, right?
Yeah, I'd say
Right. The film, right? The story wasn't also iconic, but your costume is also iconic, right? I feel like all horror movie villains need to be memorable.
Yeah.
So, you being a memorable character, I wanted to ask, what makes a horror movie villain memorable, right? Your costume is simple, but it's iconic. You're wearing a black robe, but a ghost mask, right? Now,
Yeah.
Jason Voorhees, he has a hockey mask. Freddy Krueger, he's got the stripes and the finger knives. Chucky is a murderous doll, but he's got orange hair. Leatherface, he has a chainsaw, but like a mask of human skin, right?
Yeah.
Now, you having an iconic costume, tell me, what do you think makes an iconic horror movie villain iconic?
Well, honestly, for starters. The other ones, like obviously they're super scary in their own ways, like you said, like the Leatherface and the other people. It's unique, it's scary, it's brutal. It's definitely like something that's eye catching when you're watching a movie. As for my costume, obviously, if you compare it to the other people like Freddy Krueger and the other people, you said Leatherface and the other ones, it's more like it's more human, honestly, because it's just somebody wearing a mask. It makes you feel more vulnerable in the film. It could be that's the whole mystery aspect of when we watch the movies. The fact that it could be anybody. It's a mystery trying to figure out who it is. It makes you more. You just feel more vulnerable. As a character in the film, and I think that makes it more scary. Honestly, just the humanity aspect of it.
Okay. So let me ask you this. What horror movie villain do you think you could beat in a fight?
Oof, that's tough. Listen, all those other ones you need, those are tough. Those are tough contenders, man. Those are definitely tough ones. Bro, if I had to choose, I'd probably say Chucky or something. Honestly,
Right.
I would just like punt him like a football. Honestly, bro.
If he was
Um,
here, would you fight him?
Yo, honestly, bro, if he has beef with me and he insults me in some way, honestly, we're fighting, bro. Like gloves off. Like the gloves are coming off, bro. We beefing.
All right. So, one thing I wanted to ask you, it's been 27 years, and I would say the horror genre, the stories we've created for the horror genre have changed, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, in Scream, one thing that was iconic was how they brought about the rules of a horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I wanted to go with you these rules and ask you, do you think these rules still apply to today's horror films and just
Go for it,
today
man.
and
Go for it.
horror in general?
I'm here.
So, ready. The first rule was don't answer the phone. The killer often contacts their victims over the phone, and answering it can lead to danger. Don't open the door. This is a precaution against the killer gaining access to the potential victim's location. Don't try to hide. The characters are advised not to hide from the killer, as it is usually futile in a horror movie. Everybody is a suspect. The idea is that anyone could be the killer, and trust should not be easily given. Don't drink or do drugs.
Obviously.
Characters who engage in substance use are more likely to become victims in horror movies. Never say, I'll be right back. This phrase is considered a jinx in horror movies, as characters who say it often meet a grim fate. Now tell me, which ones do you think just do not apply anymore? Is it don't answer the phone, don't open the door, don't try to hide, everybody is a suspect, don't drink or do drugs, and or never say I'll be right back?
Well, obviously, don't drink and do drugs. Nobody should do that. Listen, bro. Like, come on.
Of course, don't.
Listen,
Public
bro.
announcement right there.
Obviously, like PSA, real quick. So what is like not to do? Like,
Hmm.
well, I mean, I feel like, what can I tell you? When it comes to don't answer the phone, that's only for me. Listen, who else does that
Right,
the way I do it?
right.
Nobody else. That's just me right there.
Okay.
So I feel like if and even if it was me, I would still answer the phone because I prefer for people to answer the phone than to leave it going, man. Honestly,
Okay.
that triggers me even more, to be honest. So,
Okay.
so you better answer that phone. You better answer that phone.
The film was iconic for phone calls. I agree
Yeah,
with
for sure.
that.
Yeah, for sure.
And the rest you believe still apply to horror movies
Oh
today.
yeah, for sure. I mean, you definitely don't want to split up during a horror movie. That's always leads to bad things. Yeah, hiding. Don't the door. That's why I actually honestly loved Scream because the characters were more self-aware. They felt like they weren't idiots like in most horror movies where they're like, oh, you know what, let's split up, guys, and then goodbye, and then they just boom, that's it. They don't see them again. So I feel
Mhm.
like in Scream I felt like they were more they're just smarter. They were more self-aware, and they were like, okay, you know what, guys, let's just be more careful going around here. So I think that's another part of Scream that made it more likable for sure.
Okay. Now I have another question. Horror movie villains, right? None of them use guns, right? They all use sharp objects, right? Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I feel like honestly, when you think about those two, they're both like lethal weapons. So that's out of the picture.
All right. Well, because in the new Scream trailer, the new for the new Scream movie, you're holding a shotgun.
Well,
So my question is, what's that about?
I don't know. I don't want to get into that. You guys have to just tune in and wait. That's a spoiler right there.
All right. Well, I appreciate you having here. Again, congrats on 27 years of changing the horror genre forever. I really appreciate your time here, Mr. Ghostface.
Thank you very much. Stephanie,
Keep
man.
on scaring everybody.
I
Well,
will. I will.
thanks for watching The Laser Show. Tune in to Whip Podcasting's YouTube channel and Twitter pages for more info and shows. Have a wonderful day.